Hello everybody, in this video on the TI-84 Plus CE, we're going to talk about how to use some of the trig buttons on our calculator, so sine, cosine, and tangent, and specifically we're going to use sine, cosine, and inverse sine and cosine here today. So we're going to talk about how to use the calculator when we're finding the area using sine, the law of sines, and the law of cosines. So the first example we have here is area equals 1/2 times 15 times 12 times sine of 110. And this ties into the video I did on how to find area using sine, and I'll link that in the cards right now. So for me, I'm going to try and perform as many operations as I can without having to do it all at once on my calculator, just so my calculator doesn't make a mistake. So here I'm going to go ahead and do 0.5, because that's 1/2, times 15 times 12, and I'm going to hit enter. Okay, so that gives me 90. So now I know I'm going to do 90 times, so I'm just going to hit times, and that A and S means we're multiplying our previous answer, which is 90, and I'm going to hit sine, and I'm going to type in 110. Now you don't have to close this parenthesis here, but I tend to, just because I think it looks good. And now I'm going to hit enter, and now I have my answer. Okay, so my answer is 84.57, or if we're rounding to the nearest tenth, we could say 84.6. Okay, all right, let's do the next two examples. Now these two examples tie into the video we did on the law of sines, and I'll link that in the cards right now. So the first one is sine of 70 over 36 is equal to sine of c over 18. So you know, to solve this we would cross multiply. Okay, so we're going to have sine of 70 times 18 is equal to 36 sine of c. Okay, so now we would go ahead and divide both sides here by 36 so that we can figure out what sine of c is. So in my calculator, I'm going to type 18 sine 70. So if you type it just like that, that calculator means 18 times sine of 70. And I'm going to hit enter on that. Now I'm going to do divide by 36. Okay, now I'm going to hit enter. Now for this one, see how it was sine of c? That means we're trying to find an angle. Well, 0.46, that's not an angle, right? So now we have to use the inverse sine. So inverse sine is same button as sine, but we have to hit the second button first. So I'm going to hit second sine, and that brings up inverse sine. Now instead of typing this in, I'm going to hit my previous answer key, which in order to do that, it's the negative button, but we have to hit second. So I'm going to hit second and negative. And now this says I'm doing the inverse sine of my previous answer, which was 0.46, so on and so forth. And we hit enter. So now that tells us that angle C is 28.0 degrees. Okay, now for the next one, we would cross multiply again. So cross multiply here, cross multiply here. So this would give us a sine 70 is equal to 36 sine 82. And now over here we can divide by sine of 70. Okay, so now this example is when we're trying to find a side length because it's a lowercase a. So I'm going to do 36 sine 82 first, and I'm going to hit enter. And now I'm going to divide that by sine of 70. So just divide by sine of 70, and we hit enter, and that gives us 37.9, and that would be our final answer there. We don't need to use inverse sine because we're not trying to find an angle measure, we were trying to find a side length. Okay. All right, the last three we're going to do, we're in the law of cosines video, and I'll link that in the cards right now. So let's talk through these. The first one here, we have b squared equals 11 squared plus 14 squared minus 2 times 11 times 14 times the cosine of 34. So what I would do first is square, so I'm going to leave this as b squared. Now I know this in my head is 121, and I know 14 squared in my head is 196. Okay, now I'm going to put my minus there, and I'm going to do 2 times 11 times 14, and that gives me 308. So I do 308 cosine 34. Now here I would add those two together, so I can do 121 plus 196. That gives me 317. So now we have b squared equals 317 minus 308 cosine 34. Now at this step, we want to take the square root, and that would be the last thing we need to do. So typing this in my calculator, remember our square root is right here above x squared, so we're going to hit second x squared. Now I'm going to type in 317 minus, but now I'm going to put parentheses 308 cosine 34, and I'm going to close this parentheses twice, okay? I just want to do that so my calculator knows I want to multiply this first before subtracting 317. Okay, now I hit enter and I get 7.9 if we're rounding. And that's my final answer because we were trying to find a side length. Okay, now let's do number 5. This was from the Law of Cosines video, but this is a Law of Sines example. So I just wanted to show it to us because we are typing in this radical into our calculator. So this is going to be 11 sine 34 equals the square root of 317 minus 308 cosine 34 sine A. Okay, so here we would divide both sides of this by this square root. Okay, so 317 minus 308 cosine 34, and same thing over here. Square root 317 minus 308 cosine of 34. So in my calculator, we're going to type in this portion on the left. So I'm going to do the numerator first. I'm going to do 11 sine 34 and hit enter on that. Now I'm going to do divide by, so divide that answer, and I'm going to type in second square root, and I'm going to type it in just like I did previously. So 317 minus, open parentheses, 308 cosine 34, 2 parentheses there to close it, and I hit enter. Now in this case, we were trying to find an angle measure, okay? Now we are working with sines here, law of sines, right? So we're going to use inverse sine. Even though it says cosine there, we use that in our law of sines, right? We're trying to find sine of A. So we do second sine to get inverse, and we do second and the negative button to get our previous answer, and we hit enter, okay? And so that tells us that angle A is 51.6 degrees. All right, and the last one, we are going to use the law of cosines, but notice here we needed a side length, here we need an angle, okay? So I'm going to type in 27 squared to get me started. So we know this is 729, 12 squared in our head is 144, and 20 squared in our head is 400. So now we can do 2 times 12 times 20 to get 480 cosine of B. Now I want to add those right there. So we get 729 equals 544 minus 480 cosine of B. Now I'm going to subtract 544 from both sides. So now we can do 729 minus 544, and we get 185 is equal to negative 480 cosine of B. We're trying to get cosine of B by itself, so let's divide both sides by 480, negative 480 that is. And we can divide 185, we have that in our calculator already, so we can do divided by. Remember, this is negative, this is not negative, this is subtraction, so we want negative 480. We hit enter. So now we have cosine of B is equal to negative, and we see that on our calculator there, 0.385, so on and so forth. Now remember, this is a capital B, we want the angle measure. So now we're going to have to use inverse cosine here because we're working with the law of cosines. So now we want to do second cosine to get our inverse cosine, and now we do second negative to get our previous answer, and we hit enter. Okay, now this tells us that our angle is 112.7 degrees. Okay, and so that's how you can use your TI-84 plus CE graphing calculator or any other scientific calculator that will have those trig functions to do various things with sine, cosine, and inverse sine and inverse cosine.